Okay, everybody. I'm here at a graveyard in Dexter. One of about 3 that I've found out about so far that are pretty old and close. The oldest date me and my nephew found out when we came here in the daylight was 1876. I want to say it was. So this is a very, very old graveyard that we're about to go and explore. Or I guess I should say investigate, really. And I'm going to try and see what, if anything, we can find out here. Sorry, minor technical glitch. This is going to be a bit dark. But this is, for the record, Dexter, Georgia. So, we're out here in the sticks. See, maybe if I move the bill, I don't get more light. At least a little bit. Yeah. We can see some of these graves. We're doing this only by headlamp, just because it's creepier. There's something back there. I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's lights back there. I'm gonna try and avoid getting caught. But if I recall right, there's just some kind of a church back there, so probably no one's in. But I mean, you can see these here, they're slabs. There's definitely graves, but they're so old, no date remains. But then there's some newer graves. I have an app here that's supposed to help pick up EVPs and the like. I'm just trying to make sure we are alone. It supposedly has an EMF detector in it too, which is going off. Is there someone here with us? Sometime. What time? What time are you here with us? Picking up over here. I'm gonna try exclusive. Okay. That's an odd combination of words. Let's try something else here. I have another one. And I'm just gonna see if anything kind of oh, it's showing me somebody there. Maybe it's my shadow? Maybe if I do it like this, will it go away? I think maybe that was my shadow, y'all. But that was kind of... I don't know. I've never had it do that to my shadow before. And it's not quite shaped right, I don't feel. But it's possible. Somebody want to talk to us here? Would Jenny Brantley maybe like me to flip her flowers over that some jackass flip? Rude people. That's a jackass thing to do, flip some flowers over at a damn grave. What about Ralph Wynn? No? So there's the thunder sled. That's my bad. May Brantley? Okay. Now I know there's a few older graves. It looks like that over there is a reflector. I don't know if y'all still see it. It's really dark out here. At least on the camera. I really wish this picked up the light as well as I can see. But I'm going to try and at least give y'all a decent idea what this graveyard is like. And I may come back in the daylight. Just see if I get any reaction. Because supposedly this up here is an EMF detector by the phone, and the other is supposed to pick up like a spirit box. And if any spirits are here that would like to try and use this device, talk to me, now would be the time. I mean, it's not saying anything when I put it near the camera, really, but every once in a while it just starts going off. And there are a lot of graves out here. Some of which are so old they have no dates. Some of which have dates. Now tonight I am by myself. My nephew isn't here with me. Let's see how well y'all can see this. Yeah, you can't even see nothing on that. You can tell where it used to be there, but that's old. Everything's gone out. Since I did get a couple
I think I just found a way for all of you guys to make unlimited money.
That just scared the shit out of me. Damn thing has ads in it. Gonna turn on this. And we're gonna see if maybe this picks up any phenomena. Didn't have much luck with those apps. But if anyone's here, wants to speak to me, they can whisper right in this little shiny metal box here. Red light on it. Just say something in it. Even if we can't hear you right now, I'll be going over the whole thing when I get home. Another very old grave. Looks like that one said 19 something. I mean, it wasn't quite an ancient, but it was definitely in the earlier 1900s. They've got some brand new graves. Like, I mean, this is 2016 here. We're right by this grave here that has like no date in it. That was just something that fell. See, here's one, 1942. I don't know if y'all can see it very well. There we go. Through 1972. So he's only like 30-something years old, give or take. Let's see, born 1916, dead 1988. Dorothy King in 05. Okay, so there's no church on this property. There is another graveyard nearby here where there is a church on the property. There's an Indian burial ground from what a friend of mine is telling me. So I'm gonna try and find out more about that. There's supposedly a haunted road, whole 9 yards. So 1931, 1980, 1985. And again, these are so old you can't even read the names on some of them, but some of them are nicer. Like this guy died in 99, but his was, they spent money on it. You can tell, better quality. There doesn't seem to be any real rhyme or logic to how they arrange these graves. It seems to me like either people bought out certain areas for the family, or they just took what plots were available at a certain time. Here's one that died in 69. And again with this shit. Like, I really hope it's the wind doing this, but they have that set there intentionally. I'll never understand people that fuck with graves like that. It's one thing to visit them even though you don't know them, but why would you knock their flowers over and be an asshole? But then again, we're near some woods. Maybe it's an animal. I'm hearing some weird noises. I'm going to put my EVP recorder in my pocket. Thankfully this is Georgia. I can be armed in case anyone or anything dangerous comes around. If you see this camera drop, no, I had to pull. But I don't think I'm going to. I think it's just a stray dog. They usually won't mess with you. But it just creeped me the hell out. I mean, you know what it is. I mean, creepy ass graveyard. You can tell how dark it is. Like, y'all can barely see the little fucking thing where my light is. I can see a little bit better than y'all. But I can only see better than y'all in the direction my headlamp's pointing. Like, watch. If I move y'all like that, you can't see shit. Like, I can't see shit out of my peripheral unless I turn my head. And then y'all can only see way closer by. Here's another really old grave. I don't even see a marker on it. That's how old this motherfucker is. The marker's either under there or destroyed by time. Let's see, what does that say? That can't be right. This says they were born in 1890. Okay, maybe 1970? That don't make sense. They're like over 100 years old. Somebody fucked that gravestone up. Actually, you know what? Gertrude Evans? That appears to be your name. Gertrude R. Evans. If you're here, you want to set the record straight, got this thing right here. I'm going to set it right here on your headstone for a second. Let me pull out my phone. I'll set it up so you can talk to me there. And if you feel like talking, just either one, say anything you want. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. Tell us how you feel about how they effed that up. Or if I'm reading it wrong and Evans is like your son or something. Just tell us. If you're here and you feel like talking. Anybody else feels like talking, I'd love to hear from you. Sorry, I had to move that. I'm hearing people coming out. I trust y'all a lot more than I do the living. Generation. Okay. I mean, given the context, I'd say maybe they're in a different generation. There's two people here. I'm gonna... And I am gonna check these on the EVP. Barrel. What about a barrel? What happened with a barrel? Were you barrel makers? Is that what it is? Did your family make barrels? I see you're making the EMF spike there. And that's going crazy. I've been here all night. I've never had to do this. Not once. I'm moving that away from it. Is it the camera? Salt. Salt barrels. You used to put salt in barrels, is that right? Can you reach out and touch me, Gertrude? Can you let me know you're here? Do you want us to leave? Are you tired now? I tell you what, Gertrude. You just give me a word, any word, and I'll get up and leave you for the night so you can get your rest. Or just send that EMF reader spiking like you did earlier. Either one's good. I can even set this here so you can spike that and speak to that if you want to. However is easiest for you. State? Okay. Thank you very much, Gertrude. Would you like us to go ahead and leave now? We can do that if you want. Just give me the word. Liz is bottoming out, I think. She's done for the night. I'm gonna sit here just a minute more. Nothing more than out of respect. I'm getting an occasional spike. It was nothing anywhere near what I got last time. Safety. And on that note, I am getting the fuck away from here. Yeah, that is safety. What have I been talking about all night? Hearing shit, wondering what the fuck's going on. You know, let's be polite. Thank you very much for speaking with us tonight, Gertrude. But you do not have permission to follow me home. I don't need any attachments. Thank you very much. You rest well. Rest in peace. I'm going to go ahead and step away now.
Okay, y'all, stop scrolling. Hear me out.
And this is what sucks about the free ones. Ads. Well, here's the thing. That whole time we were talking, not a single ad. Maybe it's just time period. But right around that time would have been a great time to play an ad. Safety? The word safety? No fucking thank you. Safety. Shit. I can't think, other than like die, death, get out, something like that, I can't think of a more terrifying thing to be said by a fucking ghost. And honestly, considering all the barking dogs and the occasional odd noise, I don't know if my camera's picked it up, but I've heard a couple of knockings. A lot of these flowers seem to be knocked over. I don't know. It doesn't look like we had a storm. I can't imagine people are coming over here, out here in this area, knocking these things the fuck over. The only thing I can think of is that it got real windy, or there's been animals running through here. Because they do have a lot of stray dogs and shit in this area. But even then, it's absolutely insane. Like, everywhere I'm turning around, they've got something knocked over. And at this point, I'm not picking nothing up. I'm getting out of this graveyard. That word safety for me, the fuck out. I'm good with all kinds of talking from a ghost. But no context. Safety? It's still there on the screen. Safety is the last word that motherfucker picked up. Tell me you would not be out this damn graveyard. And I'm still getting the occasional spike out here. And that's the thing, you can't really see it here. That's why I'm probably going to end up coming back in the day. There's no telephone poles out here. This is a very out there country graveyard. And I'm point. What point? Connor? Is your name Connor? Is someone named Connor wanting to speak? I don't know if I saw a Connor grave marker. Closer here, I'm gonna see. It's here. Okay, I got one other thing to try though. Let's try. Okay, there we go. It's another light. Oh, wait, that's me on the bottom. Who the fuck is it picking up on top? See, I'm popping up at the bottom. That's my shadow. I've established that. Actually, that's not my shadow. There's no one back there. Holy shit. Please tell me y'all motherfuckers seen that. What the fuck? Okay. Hold on. Pulling out the other one again. Connor, was that you that we just seen on my ALS app? Was that your shape? Are you this way? Quick? Quick what? What happened quick? Colony? Were you in a colony that died? Is El Fuqua someone important to you? Am I even saying that name right? Is this your grave right here that my phone's over? I really... water. Did you drown in water? Is that what happened? I'm trying to figure out how these words connect. Because I've got water colony quick after Connor. And I got Connor after point. Safety, of course, you saw back there with her. So... meeting. You met at water? Did you meet at, like, the lake near here? store. You know, there's an old abandoned store. I believe the video is up, unless we lost the footage of it. In one of our previous videos, where I actually fall through the floor. It's been gone for so long. I wonder if maybe that's what he's talking about? Was that your store that I fell on the pole of? Did you like that store? Fact. Oh. Measure. This meter is measuring, is that what you're talking about? And of course it goes to a damn ad. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I ain't got the money for the expensive one yet. When I do, trust me. Trust me, it's gonna happen. And unfortunately, the bottom light of this camera ain't working, so... Yeah, you're having to deal with my fucking headlamp. That's why it's so damn dark. Here. I'm hearing dogs, but I do not see them any fucking way. I'm really hoping there's like some people down the street or some shit. I'm near the front of this graveyard. Is there anything else you want to say before I leave this graveyard? Last chance. You're not making a lot of sense here. Maybe you will on the EVP. Okay. You're gonna get the fuck out of here. Fuck that. Like, I've never felt creeped out in a graveyard before. This is a first for me, and it is not a first I fucking like. Because I've been to a few of them with my granddad back when he was alive. Because he liked to see the old graves. And... right now, all the fuck I want is to get in my goddamn car and get the fuck out of here. Like I said, I may drag my nephew out here in a day or two. I don't know whether that's going to be the same video or a different video. But what I think I'm going to do for this video is instead of ending it when I leave the graveyard, I'm actually going to show y'all a little bit of how far out we are so y'all understand. Like, this is wild. The idea that that was going off when it did. That should not happen. That should not go off unless there's some kind of electrical phenomena. Like, it may not be as good as a real one, but it's still decent. And I'm about to flip my brights on here for a minute so y'all can see. This is the middle of fucking nowhere. Well, I mean, not quite the middle of nowhere. But I mean, it's very, very desolate. I could drive back up there and it'd be empty as shit. We're gonna drive out this way for a minute. I just want y'all to get an idea. Because right now we're driving, say, golf cart, bicycle speeds. Not driving that fast. I have my brights on right now. I can see a little bit further than y'all can. But I mean... right here. I ain't gone that far, but let me just... because my windows don't open. Let me open my door real quick. See if y'all can get a better idea. Like, there's nothing out there. There's no light, no nothing. It's just fucking trees. You can't really see it on camera, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, you can see here. I'm driving forward again. There ain't nothing here. That's tree branches. I know someone's gonna say that's a person. That's tree branches. I can see a bit better than y'all, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on you because you're sitting right there in my line of view, so you have an idea of what I'm seeing. But like if I turn like this, that's woods. That's probably the best way to do it because the car lights are way brighter in my fucking way. See, that's woods back there. There's nothing in there. And I'll probably, like I said, come back in the daylight with maybe my nephew. Try again. I just realized my fucking recorder, I think, is still going. But like right there where I turned down the lights, here, now we're getting close to a house. We're about to run into a house. But I mean, it's pretty far the fuck back. See, like we're right over there, there's a house. And that's populated. You know, their little shed and shit. Sorry, I'm running up the fucking road. You know, I don't know how well you can see, but right there, yeah, see them lights? That's a house. So we're back into the small town of Dexter. See, like it wasn't that far. It's just kinda out there at an oddball place. I don't think a lot of people, unless they live here, know about it. I don't know any real history of it. I just know that it has some very old graves. And that it had been recommended to me by a friend. Or no, sorry, that's not the one recommended to me by a friend. A friend of mine said he didn't know much about it or if I would get much of any activity out there. And he's probably going to end up going with me when I go, but he's told me where I can find an old Indian burial ground. I'm going to try and look into that. I'm going to see what happens, if anything, out there. But I figure, why not give it a try? It seemed pretty successful out there tonight. So, I mean, here's hoping. I'd love to get better and more videos and views of this kind of thing. But it's kind of late at night. People are sleeping. So I'm going to at least stop the recording here for a minute. And if my nephew is awake when I get in the house, I'm going to show him the voice stuff that we caught because it does leave a record for me. And I'm going to see what he thinks. I'm also going to have to talk to my brother. He or his wife thinks that we might have brought something back from one of the places we visited. I think if we brought something back from anywhere, and that's a big if, I don't think we did. But I think if we did, it would definitely be from the asylum. I don't think the prison had shit. The prison didn't feel weird to me at all. I felt creepy as fuck in the asylum. But again, that could just be my mind playing tricks on me, you know. It is a creepy thing to do. That's the same way with the graveyard. That's why I was like, I don't think there's anything here until I started actually getting some kind of evidence that there was. But I will talk to y'all again in just a minute. The EVP did not pick up anything that showed up on the phone as words. None of that shit picked up. It shows up on the phone, nowhere else. If that means anything or not, I don't fucking know. But it is weird, and it is worth noting in the video. That being said, that's the last thing I have from that graveyard. Gonna end it out here.